Good afternoon and welcome to League of Legends once again. We are back in my bedroom covering LOL action. Back from the Intel Extreme Masters. Those that are wondering, yes, I did make my flight. It cost me €100 in a taxi trip, which was pretty expensive, but I basically went up to the taxi rank and said, which one of you is the fastest driver? Because I need to get to the airport very quickly. But yes, I just about made it, so it's all good. So here we are in the Intel Extreme Masters New York qualifiers. It is SK versus Delta. Delta, the Polish team, they have want to go for LOL. And you're going to be using the, not the spectator mode, but obviously the summoner spell observer. For SK, it is going to be Wickd on Nasus, Ocelote on Anivia, Nyph going to be on Sona, down the bottom with CandyPanda on Kog'Maw, and Amumu will be Snoopeh. Snoopeh, the new jungler for SK, the new player, obviously replacing Wet Dream. I'm sure you all have seen exactly what happened there. If any of the sounds, etc. are off, or actually maybe it'd be okay. The UI is fairly big, but we'll see. I haven't had a chance to be able to refine my settings. For Delta, it is going to be Libik on Janna. Celaver? It's like Cleaver, but with thrown in a few letters. On Talon, Dedray on Cho'Gath. Veggie on Gangplank, Jungle Gangplank. One of the flavours of the month, really, and really strong, it has to be said. And VanDerFckk. Not sure if I should pronounce that one. And on Ezreal is actually just about missing Ocelote there. So AFK top, who you see here is Wickd, is ironically named AFK top because he's going to be playing Nasus, who I'm sure if you guys would have seen many solo games, played many solo games, that's pretty much what Nasus does. So we're not going to have any level 1 team fights. Looks like SK just going to hold position.
Minions have spawned.
The game sounds do seem quite loud to me, so I am going to knock them down because I'm completely purely guessing here, but they seem pretty loud in my ear, so I'm just going to go off pure guesswork. So looks like Delta are going to be pulling the golems first, which not really going to help Gangplank. I guess they'll respawn before he gets back round there. I think the gold actually just went to Libik there. Pretty sure he just got the first CS. Oh no, Ezreal did pick it up, so Ezreal is going to take that, which is just in time. Clairvoyance goes over to the red, so they're going to send that. So Snoopeh is going to be picking up the blue over on the golems. Gangplank also doing the same. So up top is going to be Cho'Gath versus Nasus. Pretty much a full-on farming session between two very strong farming tanks, really, has to be said. Obviously Dedray is probably going to be leveling up either. I would guess he's probably gone with Rupture to start with. Going to go with a couple of silences later on, and then obviously get his farm on, as it were, whereas meanwhile Wicked's just going to be purely building his Q up, which is exactly what he did on Dedray there. I guess he's going to get a couple of hits. Basically, Nasus is all about hitting the Q, so he wants to go and hit this minion right here with his Q. He's going to miss it, he's going to miss it, and he went for the one instead there. And what that does is it actually builds up his attack damage on that Q. So you can see Gangplank actually round the back side there. Well, Dedray was coming around the side trying to block him off. Meanwhile, let's have a look down the bottom there. You can see Ezreal and Janna versus Kog'Maw and Sona. Sona's taking quite a bit of damage there. Needs to be careful. Panda's going to try and cover off his defender. Wow, I had to take a lot of damage from VanDerFckk. Feck will put down. I think that's about all I can use. Meanwhile, let's have a quick look in towards the middle there. Snoopeh has managed to go towards Veggie. Just going to get the bandage toss there. Stun going across. Managed to get the flash, though, just in time. Ocelote just missing that. And really, the bandage toss actually preventing the stun. And meanwhile, up top there, you can see the Qs going down on Dedray. Very low hit points down the bottom here. Going to keep my eye on that. Sona is going to try and... Can they quite get his shots? CandyPanda, CandyPanda just about getting away. 37 hit points. Sona also very low. Just about keeping out of range. But wow, 45 hit points. Got to be careful. One Q would definitely take him out here. So he's going to have to be very precautious here. Going to keep my eye on it. In fact, they're going to back away. Yeah, is that Ezreal porting? Yes, it is. In fact, they're both going to go away. They have pushed the tower, so it's an ideal opportunity, really. When you get the tower pushed up so heavily, you're really not going to get anything out of it. Meanwhile, you can see Snoopeh coming around onto Talon. Talon mid here versus Ocelote. Interesting to see how that one's going to work out. Obviously, Talon has that silencing gap closer. along with the nice A slow that he kind of has, the nice area effect. Ocelote missing the stun there, but you see Celaver just catching... Celaver? I'm going to go with Celaver. Yeah, just catching the A slow onto Ocelote there. Ocelote managed to catch the wall, but Snoopeh's going to back away. Let's have a quick look at the items. You can see Cho'Gath has gone back up top. Whether he was forced back or whether it was a case of he pushed the lane so much he just thought, might as well go take my opportunity to buy. Now, Ezreal had gone back, so he's got himself a second Doran's Blade. CandyPanda is yet to go back there, being caught with a Q from Janna, and now CandyPanda's going to be forced back. So Delta are putting on a pretty strong performance here, interrupting CandyPanda's recall as well. We look back towards mid there. Ocelote, remember, does have that rebirth, which gives him that slight advantage in a fight. Often many newer players get caught out against Anivia in mid, diving in towards the tower thinking, I can get the kill, I can get the kill. Oh wait, I forgot about the egg. And that's often how many things would turn out. Unfortunately, because we haven't got the spectator mode, we are using observer. I can't see exactly how much Wickd is building up here with his Q. He's going to get caught by Rupture there. You can see meanwhile Cho'Gath just burning away. Ocelote has had to go back, so we'll see what he's been bought. He's got himself a Ruby Crystal, so building up a bit more health really against Talon. Talon having a pretty good farming session here. Let's have a look at the CS. Obviously, Anivia tends to come into her own farming-wise at level 6, but Celaver's certainly making use of it. I guess he's going to go back and buy now. He's going to pushed away. Yes, he will do, so he's going to go straight back and buy. Let's have a look down the bottom there. You can see CandyPanda pretty low at the moment. Meanwhile, Gangplank coming around the top there. Will he manage to get onto Nasus? No, he will not. He'll be able to walk back to his tower quite happily. Put a decent bit of damage on him. Didn't use any summoner spells though, so didn't blow anything too important. CandyPanda wants a game being caught there, having to be healed up. Nyph really having his work cut out, keeping CandyPanda alive. Ezreal's one of those AD carriers that have really come into it a lot lately. Oh, wow, look at that. They didn't have a ward there either. That was pure... Oh, they did. Yeah, there's one there. I'm talking rubbish. They saw him come in and the Q just catching him perfectly and really sent Snoopeh back on his way. Snoopeh not managing to get any ganks yet, but then again, nor is Veggie. But Veggie has been invading the jungle very well, coming around trying to check out the wraiths there. Cho'Gath taking the golems up top. There's a lot of invasion going on into Snoopeh's jungle, so Snoopeh will be punished a bit for this. You can see Wickd is going to catch Dedray there. He needs Ocelote to probably come around, maybe try and help him. Looks like he's just going to be able to walk away there. Didn't even bother slowing him to get an extra few hits, and he's just going to put a ward down as well on the exit. So at the moment Delta doing very well down the bottom there. CandyPanda on 12 hit points, cannot do it, taken out though. I don't think he's got 6. No, he hasn't quite hit 6. Will he be able to ding 6 in time and try and get the ulti across? No, I don't think it's going to happen, and he's going to get away with 12 hit points there. I wasn't sure whether Ezreal, how close he was to level 6, whether he could have got it off the next wave and maybe ulted straight away. Obviously his ulti is pretty much map covering. Not to worry, CandyPanda and Nyph return. They are being very well controlled at the moment down the bottom here by Libik and VanDerFckk. Meanwhile, Veggie targeted. Ocelote now with that ulti, he's going to be able to farm a lot more. The pings went on towards Veggie there. There's no wards down that river, so purely a case of Wickd seeing him and knowing he was coming down there. Getting the Q on again. To keep last hitting with that Q, that's all he needs to do. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath just needs to kind of AFK farm. I mean, they're double harassing each other, but while they try and farm, and it's actually making some of them miss out on some of the CS, but generally they're pretty close to each other. 59 to 57, pretty much bang on between them. Looks like blue is going to be given across towards Talon. Unusual choice there. So I'm not used to seeing Talon in mid, I gotta be honest, but he's one of those new characters. This is the Talon patch, so we don't have Riven in there yet, so this is the Talon patch. So Ocelote's going to be given the blue as well. Oh, and the ulti going straight across from Ezreal from base there. Ezreal now got a bit of damage on him. We've got that Berserker Greaves as well. Managing to put that ulti nicely across. Wickd being harassed up top. Janna now being a good support going around. Obviously the ward there, they can see exactly what he's doing, warding up the dragon. Ocelote now being dived on a little bit by Celaver in mid there. Double blues between the two. Ocelote will have a good advantage with this blue though. Will be able to farm quite happily. And it will start increasing his CS quite a lot. CS is creep score, in case you're unsure what I'm ever on about when I say CS. Ezreal using that Q to good advantage, trying to pick off CandyPanda. Now CandyPanda, though, is getting close to level 6. Once he hits 6, once he'll be able to get that ulti, he can do a lot longer range, though. And you can see he's using that W. Using the... is it called the butterfly skin or the chrysalis? I'm not sure what it's called. I personally prefer the Chinese rocket skin for Kog'Maw, but personal preference and all that. It actually makes him a huge model, I find. Too big a model, if anything. And when you see the, obviously you won't see it in this game, but when the Janna shield goes around him, it's a huge bubble. There we go. So he's hit 6, so he's going to start trying to harass Ezreal. Although it's going to be very hard to catch Ezreal because he can just W, and which just gives him that like a mini flash ability. Or they're going to dive on towards CandyPanda here. We'll get the slow on him as well. They're going to get the exhaust. Sona managing to use the ulti. They're going to turn it around. VanDerFckk is going to have to run away. Will get taken down. First blood by CandyPanda there. Very nicely done after such harassment from Ezreal. That's a little unfortunate for them, but you know, CandyPanda and Nyph, they are a very strong combination of players. Some say they are the top ADs. Looking up towards the middle there, Ocelote. Rebirth has been used, so I missed the egg timer being used there. Snoopeh does manage to get the ulti off, also manages to get him down, and that will be Celaver on Talon going down as well. So Ocelote picking up a kill. Ocelote had been pushed. Like I said, his Rebirth has been used, so the Rebirth timer, so he's been taken down once. Woo! That ulti skimming past. I don't think we would have quite taken the Ocelote down. He had 470 hit points. But, nevertheless, despite all the pushing, early lane and harassment from Delta, they're going to be a little annoyed with themselves here. They are 2-0 down already. Nasus, with very little mana, has not been back on board yet, though. Whereas, I believe Cho'Gath has been back to buy twice now. Which is, having a look at CS, he's actually still ahead, despite the fact he's been back twice. Because he has that ability to just push lanes, Cho'Gath does. He can just, you know... If he just keeps that E skill on, and I missed VanDerFckk going back down the bottom there, taken down straight away. So he'd gone back in without his Janna being with him really there, being caught out and picked off. 3-0 CandyPanda now. Turning it on, it has to be said. Got double Dorans with them boots. I was too busy looking at the CS and the battle between the top two. Snoopeh there in the meantime. So Nasus has gone back to buy. We'll keep an eye on what he's bought. Ocelote's just been back to buy as well. Gone actually straight for a Giant's Belt. So they're going to be building up towards that Ryler's staff. We got a glimpse of Celaver there. Celaver's gone with the Brutalizer and got that no magic mantle built towards Mercury Treads probably. But obviously that little bit of magic resist will help. So Nyph going back. Meanwhile, CandyPanda continues to farm. Let's have a look at the CS down the bottom here. See, CandyPanda is going to get harassed a little bit because Ezreal's returned to lane. 71-76, so still slight advantage for VanDerFckk in CS, but CandyPanda has got the 2 kills, I believe. Did he get them both? I think Nyph may have got one. No, it was CandyPanda that got both kills, so well played to him. Managing to catch out Dedray there. Managing to get the slow on him as well. Opens up with a Q. He's going to get a couple of hits in there. Will Snoopeh be able to come around in time? No, he won't. He has been back aboard a Sheen though. So building up towards that Trinity Force, Wickd will be. Celaver going... whether he's just covering off. I'm not too sure where he was wandering off to there. Libik has ported back to base. VanDerFck's going to get a little bit of damage on towards the turret maybe. No, he's just going to continue to clear the wave. And Nyph and CandyPanda will return. Sona using the 3-chord on a minion, and it's the usual case of, my god, my AD carries not in lane. Quick, get the CS, while I get the chance. CandyPanda is just going to clean up. I'm missing one there actually. So, picks up the CS. Using it, you notice he's hitting it, he's waiting for the tower to do that one hit, and then he's following it up. And VanDerFckk actually, they've got that ward there. Let's have a quick look. I can see Gangplank in mid. It's going to come around towards Ocelote. He needs to be very careful. He's only got 670 hit points. Ocelote could have probably caught him in an ulti and maybe just burst him straight down there. So he has to be very careful indeed. He will be going on towards Nyph here though. Nyph's going to use that flash. Nice ulti from Janna there. Sona trying to use the ulti to return it. Trying to take down VanDerFckk. Nyph will go down. That'll be the first kill. Oh, exhaust going on towards CandyPanda. I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to land any ultis at all. He's got 4 on him here. He knows Delta. Celaver snuck in towards that bush though. The ward is just there, so they've seen him come around. Ocelote there in the meantime. CandyPanda is being caught. Ocelote will manage to get the stun now. Gets one kill. Will he get a second? Libik is very slow. He will go down. It was actually Snoopeh that managed to get the kill. Celaver is in there, and that will be a double kill, I think. Kog'Maw went down in the process. Yes, he did. So CandyPanda went down in the process. 6-2 the score now then. And you can see that Cho'Gath, meanwhile, up top, is getting sizable. I'm pretty sure he's on 6 stacks. Yes, he is. 6 stacks, a feast there. Meanwhile, the queue continues, as it were, from Wickd up top. Have either of them got teleport? Yes, they do. Cho'Gath does have teleport, but it's going to be Ocelote getting blue once again. So Snoopeh handing off that buff to his AP carry in mid, which you kind of expect. Look at this. They're just totally ignoring each other and just purely getting the farm. But Cho'Gath can take it down a lot quicker, because the whole point of Wickd is, while he's doing it, all he's doing is just building and holding for that Q to refresh. Actually, he didn't do it there, but he managed to take it straight down. Needs to be careful. Gangplank coming up, finishes the rupture, gets the silence on him, and he's just going to walk straight back to tower and be pretty much untouched. So we've got 3 kills, so 2-1-3 actually, so 3 support kills, or 3 assists should I say, for CandyPanda. So that goal assist difference will help him, which is why he's been on board that BF sword. Got the Berserker Greaves as well as those double Dorans which he got earlier. Phage for Ezreal, along with that VanDerFckk Scepter building up, I would guess. I would say possibly a Trinity, but maybe with that VanDerFckk Scepter, maybe he's thinking of getting a Bloodthirster in there as well. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look in mid. Ocelote has actually got war bombs. Ocelote, wow, very high hit points, which give him 2.2k hit points, which is why the AP is not going to be like crazy levels, but it's enough to keep that farm going. Looking like they're going to try and make a move for Dragon. We are 16 minutes in. I was kind of amazed that SK didn't go for it. Instead, they went straight back to blue. They didn't really have the hit points. Oh, Sona ulti coming across there. Snoopeh missing. Oh, missing badly with his Q. That would have been a couple of kills there. As I sneeze crazily midway through fight, CandyPanda has been caught out there. Will he manage to explode on towards Libik? Yes, he will. The Libik actually turned back into and managed to get the shield up there. Also, looks like Nyph went down in the process on Sona. So, Delta working very well there. 6-4 in kills. Ocelote is going to try and maybe get the steal on this dragon, but I think Delta in a good position to keep hold of it here. Cho'Gath had teleported down, I believe. Definitely come down. I can't see, obviously, the ability timers. Does not quite managed to get that. Didn't see who got the gold there. I think it went to Delta. Did the Snoopeh is just hanging around there. They're still trying to get the stun. Libik very, very low on hit points, which is probably where they're trying to target out there. You can see he's going to try and sneak around. I think Libik will get away with that one. Nice Howling Gale going across as well. But that's give up possibly this top tower. I'm not too sure if Wicked's going to be able to get it down. His Q can do a lot of damage. You'll see him use it in a second. Well, in fact, no, he's not. He's going to keep his Q just to keep farming. There we go. So he could probably took that tower down. I'm not too sure if he wants to take it down. It's 17:30, and so first dragon, I believe, went to Delta, which is going to even up at least one of those kills, which is going to sort of effectively make it 6-5, I would guess. Maybe even a bit more, really. You get 150 gold per person. 190, in fact, I lied. 190 gold per person as Cho'Gath returns. So Cho'Gath building up Glacier Shroud, probably going to go towards Frozen Heart, which makes sense with Kog'Maw in there, obviously with Nasus in there as well. A lot of damage going to come out between. We need that bit of armour up there. It's interesting to see whether Kog'Maw goes for Mantra's Blood Razor. Instead, he's gone for that BF sword, which means he's probably going to go towards a Bloodthirster. More than anything, just dodging it out the way of that ulti from Ezreal. You can see there's 2 coming down, Janna and Talon, both making their way down towards bottom here, which is why they're going to back away. Got to strip a good 1,000 hit points off that tower in the meantime. Pops the slow out and says, thank you very much, I'll be on my way. Wicked continues to farm. That's exactly what Nasus does, farming your way to victory. You can do as bad as you like with Nasus, as long as you can just continue to farm, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, you don't want to be giving too many kills up. At the moment, it's 0-0 between the top 2. Ocelote has just brought you back. Snoopeh coming around the side, but the problem is Nasus has got no mana at all, so he's not really going to be able to do any damage to him there. So Snoopeh coming in, just more harassment. He's not going to be able to get anything from it. Ocelote, though, has got himself a Tear of the Goddess. He's been back and bought. CandyPanda not been back to buy yet. So Ezreal managed to build up. He's got himself a Sapphire Crystal, so probably building up towards that Sheen. So Trinity Force almost certainly being targeted there. As the CS continues. Let's have a look at the CS between them. While we see Talon coming down unsuccessfully because there's a ward there, so they took it back straight out of that one. Oracle on Janna as well. We'll keep our eye on that one. CS wise, top lane 168, 167. Hair width between them. Ocelote is going to get targeted in middle. Does get the silence down, and will Celaver go for the ulti? Does have rebirth? Yes, he does. I'm not too sure if they can tank it enough because Snoopeh's going to come around there. Will he have enough to pop ulti? Ocelote's going to come straight back, remember, and that's going to be Celaver getting straight out of there. But that is rebirth popped on Ocelote, so successfully done. They did get away with it, and they walk away as well, not losing anything. So, if anything, a successful attack by Delta. Top tower has gone down in the meantime, with Wickd just continuing to build that queue up. You can see he's almost got that Trinity complete. In fact, it's only 300 gold from completion, so he's probably got enough now. Dedray is going to come around the side there. That gentleman Cho'Gath will get spotted. Puts a ward down on the blue. They're going to send that Clairvoyance was there. Back in the middle, you can see Gangplank's going, you know, I'm not too happy about you stealing my jungle there. Now warding it up. Ping goes down. And Nasus returns to lane, continues to farm. And the bottom this time. Talon down the bottom. Tower on 1100. SK's tower's pretty secure down the bottom here at the moment. Let's have a look, see what people are building. Hold that tab up there. Looks like not too much happening just at the moment. So down the bottom, 145 to 130 CS. Slight advantage for Ezreal, but remember, obviously Kog'Maw has got those 2 kills. 2 deaths as well, but 3 assists go with it, where Ezreal's 132. Talon in the meantime, 220, compared to Ocelote was 20 to 148 to 146. So very much even CS between all the teams. And it really is a pretty even game, it has to be said. But at the moment, SK, they have obviously the bigger experience, and I feel Ocelote's farm is only going to get stronger and stronger as Talon has to keep trying to leave lane, trying to force those ganks, and they keep pushing pressure onto this mid turret. You can see it's a good 1,000 hit points ahead, and which is why Celaver's had to return back to lane. And Nyph continues to try and harass. Has only managed to get the Philosopher's Stone, so GP5's not exactly pouring in. Heart of Gold for Libik, so he wants more for the hit points rather than the Philosopher's regen. He's going to go back to base. And what is buying there? I'm trying to think who's Tembakan is. I don't know who that one is. I know I'm the spectator and I've used my observer mode, but they are just sat there. I'm not too sure. Really? Timers going down there. We can see them. That's how much these teams keep track of it. And really, when you're in games, that's what you should be doing. I've seen a couple of third-party programs which are less than ideal, really, for timers. Really should, you know, it's... Your game is better for your knowledge of it, really. So you know that, say, Dragon's gone down. Okay, 6 minutes. We've got to know that that's happening. It's going to be respawning, etc. So you've got to know your timers of what's going on around the map. And you kind of develop this situation which, I guess, you know, most guys that have probably played, you know, 1,000+ games, which a lot of people have these days, even in normals, ranks, etc. I mean, so a lot of the top players would be probably, I don't know, 3,000, 4,000 games maybe. I know I use Caution, for example, as someone I know. He's got like 1,500 wins, 1,300 losses or something crazy like that. So it just in ranked games alone. Now diving in towards Nyph there. Nyph has got Ignite on him. I think he's going to get away with it. He's not. The Ignite proc at the end there. And did manage to take him down. So Celaver, as well as getting the Dragon there, Delta, they managed to get another kill, 6-5, and 2 dragons to the good. Delta are doing a pretty grand job of this. And you can see immediately the timer going out there from Nyph, keeping an eye on it. They're going to try and push this bottom lane here. They have, well, they had a 5-man, but they are returning because they know the fact that Nasus is on that mid lane. He's just got a couple of Qs, and there we go. Just basic attacking for really. Gangplank ulti not going to be able to save that. So double tower down now for SK. No towers so far for Delta, which is kind of balancing out those 2 dragons that they have not got. So Celaver returns to mid. Ocelote is now starting to pick up the farm quite heavily, has to be said. With that Tear of the Goddess, did have blue buff on. I think that's run out now. can see 182, 273. Still pretty close. 211 to 213. Still pretty close between them. 170, 169. Farm could not be any closer between these three lanes, really, it has to be said. Junglers, I guess we could look at 94 to 86, even very close between them, and 9-9 between the two supports. The CS between these players is incredibly close. Ulti being used there, and I don't think Veggie's going to get away with this one. No, he will not, but Snoopeh ulti being used was... it's always worth it when you get that kill, I guess. And Wickd is going to go in. They're going to get quite a bit of damage on this. I don't think Talon's going to be able to do anything about it. The rest of the team are not moving. They're going to get himself a free in a turret here. And really, Delta have let that one slip a bit there, because Cho'Gath just did not respond in time. You know, surely the call would have gone out saying, hey guys, they're on this tower, which has meant they've had to back away. VanDerFckk on 47 hit points there. Now they're going to lose that red. And once your jungle is being invaded, you know you are backing up. 7-5 in kills. 3 towers now already, and almost certainly this bottom turret will go down. It's only on 570 hit points. There we go. Turret goes down, and they're going to push on towards this inner as well. The ping's going towards the top there. Ocelote's just saying, you know, we got to watch this guy. He's a monster Cho'Gath. He hasn't got any too much damage on him. In fact, he's tanking the turret there, so he's going to tank the turret and take it down regardless. Personally, I'm going to let the minions do it, but you know, he knows the rest of the team are down the bottom, and we are looking down the bottom. That turret will go down, and Gangplank strolling in there like a boss, getting taken straight out by Wickd there. Not really going to work out for him. SK continuing happily. So trading one inner for one outer. I think that's a very much an acceptable loss there. CandyPanda gets taking a lot of damage. The Q from Ezreal just catching onto a minion there. And the slow getting laid down by Wickd, saying, get the hell off my AD carry. Cho'Gath has had to port back. He's put a decent stack up top there. 26 minutes in, 8-5, 2 inner turrets down for SK and just the one outer. They're going to put quite a bit of damage on towards this top turret, the minions will, but nothing near as much as is required, as it were. So, Dragon is due in 3 minutes' time. Celaver continues to farm up. So, kills, you can see 8-5 now. SK with that advantage. They seem to have pulled together better as a team. Delta have had a few good attempts at the team, but it's still fairly close. I'm interested to see what sort of damage that Nasus can put out now. Oh, that's going to be... Will Snoopeh go for the ulti? I think he might do, you know. I'm not too sure if he's going to... Let's have a look. Yes, he does. He has that green dot, but didn't bother going for it. Didn't felt they had enough damage there. Instead, they're going to back across for blue. Meanwhile, Delta are going to take this bottom turret. They managed to get the exhaust on towards CandyPanda there. Ulti coming out from Gangplank, but it is missing, actually. And he's going to take down VanDerFckk. No, he will not. He's going to try and catch him down. No, he manages to zip away. And wow, CandyPanda going down bottom there. And the turret. So nice return from Delta straight away. Snoopeh is just sneaking around the side of VanDerFckk, is going to back away. Now the blue invasion from SK, they're going to steal the blue. And, well, the Clairvoyant's gone down, but I don't think there's anything they can do about it. Instead, Talon was pushing along top. Cho'Gath's going to maybe, yeah, just look at that double warding straight away. Knew exactly where each others were. 32-26 on that, so they've responded pretty well here. I've got to say, Delta, they've not been bullied by SK. SK, they were up against it in the early lane phases, but you feel that Delta were a little unlucky with those 2 deaths early on down the bottom. I'm not too sure whether that was Ezreal's case, just being caught. He's got himself a Brutalizer, and that Trinity Force now complete. Kog'Maw is going back towards the top there. Has gone Bloodthirster and Phantom Dancer, so he's going to be really outputting the damage at quick speeds there. They're going to try and return the favour and steal the blue. I'm not too sure if they're going to be allowed to do it, though. I think they will get it. Yes, they will. And Snoopeh is going to come around. He's going to surely catch the whole team with an ulti. Is it worth going for it? Yes, he will. I think he might well go down in the process, so just gets a nom there from Delta. Oh, the ulti coming out from Ezreal, and Snoopeh is going to get away with that one. The feast from Cho'Gath wasn't quite enough to take Snoopeh down. Snoopeh having to burn his ulti to try and get out of that one. You can see Nasus is around the side there. It's CandyPanda they went for. Didn't quite manage to get the slow on him there. Celaver just about missing it on Talon. And Nasus and CandyPanda defending it. Wow, the damage coming out from CandyPanda there. It was interesting to note, I've read some of CandyPanda's interviews recently. Oh, Libik's been caught out of position here. Nasus is surely going to catch him, but it's a flash away nicely done there. Oh, Nasus goes straight in, gets a good Q on towards Libik. Will he get the stun from Ocelote? Ocelote's surely going to finish him off here. He's on absolutely nothing, dodges the stun very well. Nasus is going to come around the side. I think he's got away with it. He's going to dodge around the side. VanDerFck's going to try and come in, try and cause harass. He needs to be careful he doesn't get caught himself. Slow going down there. And wow, oh, but Veggie has been caught by a stun. A Kog'Maw ulti just about missing. And wow, Delta backing away. Harassed from that one. Meanwhile, in the mid there, you can see DeltaFckk just about got away with it. Veggie does go down. Celaver's taken very low there. And SK on the pursuit there. They knew they had them on the run. And they managed to make it count. They did get the one kill. Could have been a hell of a lot worse, though, for Delta there. As they all return to lane. And let's have a look. The dragon has spawned. So perfectly timed, really, from SK. They knew it was coming up. As that dragon gets picked up pretty easily. Clever going down there, so they know it's gone down. Infinity Edge now on Talon. Hasn't gone for the Trinity early on. Gone for the Brutalizer in Fedge. So interesting build from Talon here. Give that burst critical damage really more than the sustained. Gangplank has looks like he's building up towards the Trinity along with that Wriggles. Ezreal had got that Wriggles early on. Brutalizer now to get that armor pen, which is certainly going to be required for the likes of Nasus. Has got himself an Aegis built up along with that Trinity Force, so nice farming from Wickd. CandyPanda coming back, got himself that phage, that extra hit points required, because it's pretty squishy, it has to be said, Kog'Maw. You can lay out that damage, but it's all well and good, but if you get taken down early, you are no use in a fight. The supports having a little poke between each other. You can see Brilliance Potion also used on Cho'Gath. I'm not sure if it's Brilliance and a Fortitude. Yes, there is a Fortitude mixed in there as well, a little red tint to it. The good news is Joe is now in, so we'll be streaming the next matches. If you are watching this, you'll be watching it in my YouTube channel. Of course, I'm sure you will be subscribing to. Every VOD that I do, every match I do, I try to put onto there. Obviously, sometimes when I'm in events, it is not possible. Sadly, though, I will not be attending the Intel Extreme Masters New York, which this is the qualifier for. Obviously, it is round 1. And as it stands at the moment, SK are looking strong to go through, but it's far from complete. Let's put it that way. They have that little poke advantage going down there, and I think it's just a matter of time before Ocelote catches a stun on someone or an ulti and does a quick burst, followed by CandyPanda ulti after them. Snoopeh is just trying to bide his time at the moment. You can see he's just keeping out of the way of all this damage coming in there, but really SK aren't getting anywhere with this.
With your wine.
Cho'Gath using his taunt there. Not so wise, I don't think. They have moved away from the turret there. He's been caught, walled up. Had to use the flash though. The stun does go through. Caught on towards Veggie. Veggie taking a lot of damage there. Didn't manage to get taken down though. He's on 196 health. Manages to back away. That means one person down. So it's now a 4-on-5 here as Veggie has to regen his health. And SK are going to back away. Have they got the balls to zip across and go for Baron? No, they're just going to go straight and steal the blue. Snoopeh is going to get caught out a little bit there. A little poke from VanDerFckk in the background, but he's now pretty tanky. He's got that Sunfire Cape. Oh, I think he's tempted for an ulti here, I think. He's tempted. They're almost certainly going to try and take down Dedray. No, he's going to back out. Oh, they've got to be careful. There's 3 of them. 3 squishy targets. Easily doable there by SK. And Celaver goes around the side. It's the classic case of don't push up and chase the minions. You will get caught out that side. You often see it, I'm sure, in any games you play. People getting caught out of position. Libik being taken very low there. Has had to flash out of it because CandyPanda is starting to rip that damage out. And that's going to buy them time to try and push on towards the tower. Will CandyPanda continues pumping that ulti up. They took a good 500 hit points off in just that short space of time. That's all they need. If Nasus has built up his Q enough, he can literally walk in, go bang, and take 300-400 hit points in one single Q. Celaver is going to be the target. That's exactly what he's trying to do. You can see Nasus going in, just getting that couple of hits on there. continues, and there we go. Look at the damage going straight down, and that's how it. Look at that 1Q, bang. CandyPanda follows it up, and that's going to be the inhibitor down. SK now starting to force the issue. Delta know that they've got to deal with this one. I think they might be feeling they've got their time. Ulti goes down from Gangplank. Oh, he tries to go in, but the rest of his team weren't quite with him there. Looks like Nasus does manage to get the Q on him straight away. Snoopeh gets in, gets the ulti down. VanDerFckk is going to be the first man going down on Ezreal. Celaver's trying his best to take CandyPanda down with him. He does manage to take CandyPanda down, but he's going to get exploded in the process. Ocelote manages to steal it from CandyPanda there. Going to go around. Dedray, has he got his flash? I think he's already used it. I'm pretty sure of it. Snoopeh is going to get the stun in him, and actually Snoopeh is the only one around the side there, which means he's going to be able to buy him time. I think he's just going to tank it straight up. He's not going to get away with this one. The slow goes down, and that's the stun as well. Dedray does not have any flash, which means he's just going to get beaten down. Turns around, tries to feast on Nyph. Meanwhile, Ocelote continues to take down the inhibitor. Nicely played from SK there. Just, I hate to say it, but he just chipped away. That's what they did. And it was only a matter of time before they realised, hang on a minute, Nasus, you can walk in and really batter this turret and just give CandyPanda the time to eat into it. And you know, Delta turned around. I think Veggie went in there with his ulti, laid down his ulti there, his magical ship, as it were, the barrage coming from. And I just don't think the rest of the team were quite on the same wavelength. I mean, it's like they were going in, and I think that it's a case of the rest of the team go, "Oh Christ, he's gone in. We've got to go in as well." And it kind of all backfired from there. But they'd already lost the tower, so there was, you know, they probably should have done it before that tower was already disintegrated while they were on it. That was the time. But benefit of hindsight's a wonderful thing, and Libik is just going to be able to get away with them. It is Libik, I need to say that, not Libek, which is a Swedish football team. VanDerFckk being pursued by Snoopeh there. Snoopeh now with that Banshee's Veil on him. And they're going to push on. Celaver is going to get caught with the ulti, and I think he's going to get taken down. Yes, he will do. CandyPanda's laying out that damage. Got himself an agility and a brilliant spot on. Also that chain vest giving that little bit of armour along with the Aegis, and I think that's going to be a double ward going down. It's going to be a Baron, I think. Yeah, they are going to switch over to Baron. They're going to strip it down pretty quickly. Delta on, I would say, not going to stand for it, but the big wall goes across. I don't think they're going to get a choice in it. Really well blocked out there, and didn't quite manage to get a steal. Dedray has gone in. Dedray's going to get caught out here. Will Snoopeh manage to get it back across? Snoopeh's ulti is up. Really using. Went for VanDerFckk instead. He will get down, taking him down. And wow, I think that's GG for SK now. The Baron in there. Nasus goes in, tanks. He's got CandyPanda with him. That's going to get stripped down so quickly. Actually, it might be Butterfly. I'm trying to think what the name of this skin is. I'm not too sure. Nevertheless, look at that. CandyPanda's going, look, will someone just tank this damn turret? And Nyph goes in and tanks it himself. So, turret goes down. Snoopeh's still alive. Snoopeh coming back now. And that's going to be an inhibitor going as well, I believe. So I'll pick some skills on Jax while I'm sat here. Mad skills. Oh my god, I went Counter-Strike double before Empower. What the hell? New build. And I think they're just going to tank the bottom one as well. Yes, they will do. Just beaten down that turret. And that goes down pretty easily as well. VanDerFck's just been caught there. Look at the damage from CandyPanda. Oh, his ulti goes down. He just about misses. Meanwhile, Celaver gets caught out. Does manage to ulti through the lots of them. Ocelote has got his rebirth up, so really they shouldn't be targeting him at all. He will go down. Manages to get the stun now. Doesn't matter. I think it's all too late here. VanDerFckk getting caught once again. Ooh. Jesus, he's getting stripped down so quickly now by CandyPanda. CandyPanda is ripping through them. You can see Libik there taking all the sorts of damage. They're trying to continue to chase him, and they just can't do enough. Oh, that's going to be the Sona ulti. That's going to be surely many kills. Libik will go down. I think he might be able to take a couple of them on the fountain. I'm not too sure. Instead, it is going to be the inhibitor, the Nexus, sorry, will go down. And that is GG to SK. And, you know, Delta put up a pretty good fight there, but SK just proved to be too strong for them. They pulled together in the team fight very well. So they will move on. Who will they play? I'm guessing Time to Troll. We will find out straight after this game, guys. Rejoin me for round 2 of the Intel Extreme Masters New York Qualifiers.